in the privacy of himself, he will know that that was a bad decision. You don't leave Real Madrid to try to now do something better. You get pushed out. The memes and the abuse he will receive on social media if he actually steps out into the Europa League will be crazy. And at the end of the day, he only has one person to blame. You see, life, karma, lessons. I believe that there is poetry in life. I truly believe that. I believe that when you really look and view on things, there are times in which life is trying to tell you something. Now, you can choose to listen or not. That's down to you. But there are times when life is trying to tell you something that, oh, yeah, this is what it is because of what you did. Which is why I said, maybe there is some sort of poetry and rhythm within life. That you did this, this, and that, and the result is this, that. Have you heard the saying, the energy you put out is the energy you receive? I believe in that. Good karma, bad karma. I believe in that. Cristiano should have never left Real Madrid. And he will never say that publicly, but in the privacy of himself, he will know that that was a bad decision. You don't leave Real Madrid to try to now do something better. You get pushed out. Very few people have left Real Madrid and had better careers. The only ones I can think of, maybe you guys can tell me in the comments below. Okay, Cannavaro didn't really work out at Real, but then he then won a Ballon d'Or in 2006. Robin didn't work out. We all know what he did as the band. He became a legend. How many players have left Real Madrid and have had a better or a career that's been on par after leaving Real? Because when you leave Real, it's always down. If you leave Real, okay, you failed. If you get pushed out. So from Cristiano's point of view, he was like, I'm Cristiano Ronaldo. Because the notion was like, oh, no, I was the main reason I won this guy's the UCLs. I was the main guy. Look at the goal records I had, how many goals I scored, what I did in crucial games. I was the reason. So if I am the reason, hey, I don't need you guys. Even more so, because you're not appreciating me by paying me what I deserve, I'm going to go to Juventus, guys who've now won the UCL since 96 with Vialli and Del Piero, and I'm going to give them that freaking UCL. Because people said, oh, no, Cristiano was always planning to leave Real because he wanted to do something new. That is BS. That is BS. I remember watching that 2018 UCL final. I remember Cristiano's mannerism and how he was. The interview that said that, well, we're going to talk about it and so forth. That wasn't... Because if it was a plan of he wanted to now leave and do something else, it would be amicable. He'd be happy to look, I want to now try something new because I'm tired with Real. Boom. But that makes no freaking sense. That makes no sense. It was money. He wanted to be paid amongst the best of the world, most likely with Messi or even more, based on what he felt was his value to the team. And Perez said, no. And Christian was, okay, fine. I'm now going to go to some guys who will pay me what I deserve, and I'll show you what you're missing. At the time, I was like, because everybody who knows football. Now, I thought there was a chance, because if you do the calculations, Juve have made the final twice, and recently 2017. So the notion was, okay, if we added Cristiano, this is the goal scorer that we're missing. This is the goal scorer that we're missing, and maybe that's just the last little inch that can make us say what's up. But football is a lot more complicated than that. It's a lot more complex. There are a lot more variables involved. So we have a situation now where I understand him joining United. It makes sense. They came second. If I join, but it was same with the Juve thing. If these guys reach the final twice, now if I join, surely they'll win. It doesn't work like that. And that's just football is this weird science where 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2. It just doesn't equal 2. So because it doesn't equal 2, you can't just be like, oh, if X and Y, okay, Y and X. It don't work like that, bro. So Cristiano is now at a situation where he's now stuck at United because there is no club for him to go to. Bayern have said no, Atletico have said no, and Jorge Mendes is like, bro, I don't know what to do because it's a hard sell. Because the reason why we're here, that's why I started with the Real Madrid. The reason we are here is because of him leaving Real Madrid. If he never left to Real Madrid, we wouldn't be in this situation. You left Real Madrid, you went to Juventus. Because it's a double barrel. If you had stayed at Juventus, you'd still be in the UCL. Just think about it. Based on the issues you had at Juve, if you had stayed at Juve, you'd still be in the UCL. But you left Juve believing that, nah, look, man, these guys keep on messing up. I really believe in the project. It's Man United. These guys have a better pull. These guys know how to attract better players. I go there. We can now bring back the glory days that we had back in the 2000s. So there was an arrogance. Let's be real. There was an arrogance, and he is in his position right now because of bad decisions. Bad decisions. Because it's not a case of like, okay, look, I'm happy with the 140 goals I've scored in the UCL, and I now want to say what's up. No. And we guys, we know this guy. We know this. He is obsessed with maintaining that record because he is frightened of Messi. The reality of the matter is this guy, he's obsessed with Messi. He's obsessed, and one of his greatest fears is that Messi is remembered more fondly than him. That is his greatest fear. That is his greatest fear. Like, nothing keeps Cristiano Ronaldo more awake than night than, oh my God, what if history remembers Messi more fondly than I? So for me to stop that, I need to hold on to this record. Because if we have a situation that people already believe that Messi is one of the most talented football players we've ever seen, ever. Like, he is one of the most talented attacking players ever seen, ever. That's already set in stone, and that can't be refuted. So if you now combine that with, he now has the Champions League goal record as well, bruh. So, but the reality is an Atletico Madrid, who I thought would actually want to get him, they're like, it doesn't fit with what we want to do. It doesn't fit with what we want to do. And you can't bulldoze your way into these teams that, hey man, I'm Ronaldo, and let me come to Ronaldo. Because you see, what we're seeing right now is teams are saying to Ronaldo that this is a team sport. More so now than it's ever been. Back in the 2000s, you had stars. You still had individual big stars that led through, whether it was a Shevchenko, a Kaká, a Dino, Cristiano, and so forth. You had, okay, we have this, but we have these stars that we want to build around. So you built around, like, Milan was built around Kaká. United built around Cristiano. And Barcelona was built around Dino, But what you now have is, you don't have, City is a team. Liverpool is a team. Benzema is a key component for Real Madrid, but they're a team. It isn't like, okay, no, the team now built around Benzema. No, that's a team. Benzema is just so crucial for them, but it's not built around it. Bayern, they're a team. Atletico, they're a team. So for Atletico and Bayern, they're like, because you're 37 and you don't have the mobility to come into a setup, we're going to have to now build a team around you and now feed you. And guys who are analyzing this transfer is that, okay, this guy scored 18 goals for United. Quality. But they finished 6th. So guys are trying to analyze this and say, okay, wait a minute. How does that work? Because what these guys don't want is, you're not going to come to a club, score 18, 19 goals, but we don't win the league, or we don't win a trophy, or we actually do worse. We don't want that. So what is fearing people is that, are we going to have a situation where you do well, but we don't? We don't know. We can't have that. No. We of course want you to do well, but no. Us doing well comes before you doing well. The team doing well comes first, then everyone else. But what comes first is the team. Does the team do well? Does the team improve? Does the team win a trophy? I'm still holding on to him finding a team. Because I don't want to, because I still said that I don't see Cristiano Ronaldo stepping out to the Europa League. But it is with the amount of rejections that are happening to sort of public thing, like Oliver Kahn says no, the Atletico president says no. The amount of guys saying no, 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 we don't want you. We do not want you. We don't want a freaking 37-year-old on a freaking team. Stop freaking calling us. George, get out. George Mendes, get out of my freaking office. George Mendes, stop calling. Stop calling. I'm going to put you onto freaking answer phone right now. Stop calling George Mendes. Please. And if Cristiano Ronaldo does turn up in our Europa League from Real Madrid and so forth, because guys, Twitter is brutal. Social media is brutal. The memes and the abuse he will receive on social media if he actually steps out into the Europa League will be crazy. And at the end of the day, he only has one person to blame.